Hey everybody, and welcome back to my new YouTube series, Moves That Every Intermediate Should Know or Learn. For episode number 8 and this week's focus, we have C-caps. Caps are an integral part of poise spinning, being that they're a hybrid motion that make up tons of different flowers. We'll break down their basic anatomy here. I'll now explain what a cap is. A cap is half of an anti-spin flower, here it'll be the bottom half when it's shown, that returns to its native point via an extension. Caps pass through 3 cardinal points at a time, and in this example we'll be using east, as well as south, and west. The extension passes through all 3 of these points on its way back to its original point as well. This is what a cap looks like at full speed. To practice your one-hand caps, take a pause at each of the cardinal points when you're going through the anti-spin side of the cap, and then extend in one motion back to the starting point. You can try this a few times in a row until you feel comfortable removing the extra rotations at each of those points. With both poise spinning towards my left shoulder, I'll note that my right hand will be the one crossing in front when I go to do both caps on my wall plane. With just your right poi, initiate an anti-spin across the bottom to meet your left hand on your non-native side. Once you feel comfortable, you can then do an extension to come back to your original side and have your hands split. Practice your right hand cap in a row until you can hit it fluidly back and forth in front of your left hand in timing. Note that your left hand should be staying just where it is and spinning a static spin. You can now switch and use your left hand to start off with an extension to the other side of your body and initiate a cap going back and forth, this time with your right hand isolated to its home position. After you've practiced both hands going on their own individually, try both hands at the same time. When you do, always keep the same hand in front consistently. For me, that's my right hand, like shown here. If you're having trouble getting it right away, take a pause for a few extra rotations at each of the cardinal points, like we practiced in some of the earlier drills. We can also do these caps on the top half of our flower. We'll use the same lead up as we did in the previous way for the bottom cap, and have our right hand do a few rotations in front while the left hand stays isolated. We'll then try the left hand in the same way to get practice going over the top cap with each hand. Finally, we'll combine both motions to do a top cap the same exact way as the bottom cap, except using the north point as opposed to the south point. Practice switching between bottom caps as well as back to your top cap using the shared home position that starts both patterns. Okay everyone, that should conclude this episode of moves that every intermediate should know or learn. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, my name is Connor, this has been a Full on Fire tutorial, and I'll catch you next time.